Hey all, in this tutorial we are going to learn getters and setters and property. First of all, we should know what is a getters and setters and property. Getters are used for retrieving the data, also known as SSLs. Setters are used for changing the data, also known as mutators. And property is a Pythonic way to implement getters and setters. And our next question is, why do we need to use getters and setters? The main purpose of getters and setters are for data encapsulation. This is one of the OOPS concept to avoid direct access of variables. And the second purpose is adding validation logic while setting and getting the variables. And afterward, we are going to learn how we can able to implement getters and setters. And afterward, next, how we can able to implement property. There are two ways to implement property. One is by using property method, and second one is by using decorator. Python at the rate of property decorator. We are going to learn each with an example. So let's go and start. Yeah, first we are going to create one demo program, and we are going to implement how we are going to implement getters and setters by using normal methods. Okay, so go to program, file, demo1.py. Okay, the first procedure is by using normal functions or methods. Okay, let's write class data encapsulation. Next, create one constructor def init. I'm creating one private variable. Self dot a is equal to 10. Default value is 10. Now I'm going to create one getter method. This getter method def get a is a return score a. Now next is setter method def set a self comma a self underscore a is equal to a. Now we are done both getters and setters. Okay, now creates one object. Object 1 is equal to data encapsulation. This is done. Now see how we can able to access the variable a by using getters method. So print get value of a, method name dot get a. This is done. Now let's see how we can able to set the variable dot set a. Now I'm going to assign value 20. Okay, now we can same again assign the we again get the variable by using getters. Okay, now go to terminal and type python demo1.program. Let's see what is the value. Here we can see line number 18. We are accessing the variable a by using getters, that is we are calling the getter method, and here we are setting the variable to 20 by using setters method, and afterward we are using again getter methods for displaying the variable a. This is a normal procedure. By using functions we can implement getters and setters. Now This is done. Now we are going to learn how we can able to implement the same getters and method functionality by using property method. Okay, and property method has three methods. One is a getters, setters, and third one is a delete, and has four arguments. One is a fget, fset, fdel, and doc. So fget is a function for retrieving an attribute value, and fset is a function for setting an attribute value. Similarly, fdel is a method for deleting an attribute value. Doc creates a doc string for attributes. First, let's learn this concept with an example program. Again, I am going to IntelliJ. I am going to create one more file. Okay, now I am going to rename that file as demo2. Okay, now we are going to implement the same whatever we have done. We have done in demo one program. Okay, so let's use the second procedure. 2 dot python by using python property function class data encapsulation. Here I'm going to create variables by using constructor. I will assign default value, that is self a is equal to 10. I am going to create two variables a and b. 20, these are the private variables. Now next is how we can able to create getter method. So define def get a. Now we are going to print this is inside get a method. Return self underscore a. Now second thing is setter method. Okay, here using def set a comma a. Now here we are adding the validation. Okay, if the value of a, if we are setting less than 0 or 0 or less than, then the default value is setting to a. Okay, so print inside set a. If a is less than or equal to 0, if a is less than or equal to 0, then print negative value is set to default value, that is self underscore a is equal to 1. Else if it is more than 0, then we are going to set whatever value is the same thing. So a, this is done. Similarly, we have another method, that is deleter. So def del a self print inside del underscore a method. Now I'm going to delete del self underscore a. Yes, we have deleted. Now just now I mentioned property method has three methods. A property function has three methods. One is a getter, setter, and delete. These are the things. These are the getters, setters, and this is a delete. This is done. Now, and a property function has four arguments. We need to use this method, this one property, this function for accessing these variables, these methods. So I will come here, I will write, now the name of the variable is here is a is equal to property get a set a delay and the argument and the document string property function demo. Okay, why it is coming error? Oh, here is not cell, it is set a. Yeah, now this is done. Okay, now we have done this one also. Okay, now let's see how we can able to use this property function for getting and setting the variables. So I'm going to create one object. Object 1 is equal to data encapsulation. Print, I'm printing object underscore dict to know how many variables are there. Okay, I'm going to use the same code here. Get the value. Here I'm, instead of get method, I'm directly accessing object1 dot a. I'm not using any getter method, getter or this method. I'm directly accessing object1 dot a. Okay, now similarly, now I need to set the variable. You can set object1 dot a is equal to -20. Here we can see I am not using any setter method, directly I am assigning the value. Okay, so whenever we done this one, Python is going to handle that one. Okay, and by default it is going to it is call this method, set method. Okay, now let's see. Again I will write this one. Now go to terminal and run the program, see what is an output. Yes, so line number 32 we are printing the dictionary. So here you can see object a has two variables, a is equal to 10 and b is equal to 20. Now I'm accessing the variable a. I am not calling any method, any method. I'm just calling just like a variable. So whenever the line number 32 is executed, it is going to run the getter method, that is inside get a, and it is going to return that one. So the command, the line is executed and we got the get value is equal to 10, that is get value of a is equal to is printed successfully. Now here I am assigning the variable to -20. So here I am setting the value. That time it is going to run the setters method. Here it is going to call print inside set a, and afterward, because of its value is -20 is a less than 0, so it is going to print negative value is set to default value and the value is set to 1. Else if the more than is, then it is going to set the whatever value we have assigned. Okay, so negative value is printed, is done, and afterward again I'm getting the value by using this one. So it is printed inside get here and it is printing the value to a, because here we assign the 20. When the 20 is less than 0, that is going to, that time is going to assign 1. The value is 1 printed here successfully. Similarly we can able to delete the variable also attribute. So for that we can just write del 1 dot a. Now this is done. Now I'm going to use this same code again to see how many variables are present for object 1. Go command prompt and I'm going to execute that one. Yes, up to here we have done. Get a. Now whenever call a del method, del followed by variable name, it is going to use the access the delete method, that is here. So inside del a it is going to here, and afterward once the variable is deleted, then no longer be part of object 1. So that time when I print object 1 dot underscore dictionary, that time we can able to see only the variable b. It is, variable a is already deleted. This is by using property function. Now the third procedure is by using property decorator, that is return. Now here come. Now by using property decorator, Python property decorator is one of the built-in decorator. The main purpose of any decorator is to change your class method or attributes in such a way so that the user of your class no need to make any change in their code. Okay, so let's write one program and see how we can able to implement that one. I'm going to create one more file, that is a Python, that is a demo 3. Okay, now we're done. Now write it. This is the third procedure, using decorator, property decorator. Write a class data encapsulation. Now create one constructor underscore init. Here I am going to create one variable, that is private variable, that is a self underscore a is equal to 10. Similarly def. Now I'm going to create a getter method. How we can able to create method using property decorator? So getter method. So for that we need to use at the rate of property, enter, then def a, name of the variable I'm setting here a, and after print inside getter method. So I'm returning return self underscore a. This is done. Getter is done. Now next is setter method. So for that we need to use at the rate of name of the variable, that is a dot setter. Okay, now def a, name of the variable is a, and again self comma a. Here I am going to use the same logic, that is inside set inside setter method. If a is less than or equal to 0, negatively set. Same logic I am using. Yeah, now setter method is done. Now the third is get deleter, a dot deleter def a self print inside deleter method del self underscore a. We are done. Yes, so we have created getter method, setter method, and deleter. Okay, now let's see how we can able to call these objects. Object 1 dot is equal to data encapsulation. Okay, now I'm going to print object 1 dot underscore dictionary. Okay, now we are not just we have created an object and we are going to run the program. Let's see. Yes, here we can see variable a is accessible. Now create one. Try to access the variable by using getters. So I use the same code. Okay, get value. I'm setting here this case I was going to use minus 30. Okay, now again here in line number 32 we are directly using the object1 dot a direct value, and similarly we are assigning that value to minus 30, and again we are accessing the that one. Okay, now let's go the command prompt and run the program. Yes, line number 31 we have already done. So whenever you are calling, we are accessing the variable a, it is going to getter method here inside getter method and get value of a is equal to 10. So by default value is 10. So here we are printing at line number 32 is printing get value of a is 10. Similarly here we are setting the variable. So object1 dot a is equal to minus 30. That time is again going to setter method. So it is printing the inside setter method and it is comparing the value with 0. Is yes, it's less than equal to 0. So the print negative value is set to default value is printing, and afterward is setting the default value to 1. Okay, now again once this is done, again it is we are accessing the getter method inside getter method, and we can see the get value set to 1. So let's change the value to 55. Let's see positive 55. Let's see what could be the value answer output. Yeah, here we can see if the value is more than 0, then we are getting the actual value. Whatever we passing, we are getting the same thing. So let's now again we are going to delete. How we can able to delete? Del object 1 dot a. Now we have deleted that one. Now try to access variable a. Let's see whether you can able to access. Okay, yes, we got an error message. up to value get a is 55 is done. Again we are calling the del method, del. So whenever del is called, it is going to call the del method here. So it is going to print inside the deleter method, and afterward in the line number 36 we are accessing the variable. So that time it is going to try to access the go to inside the getter method, and we can see the value of is already deleted in the previous statement, that is line number 35. So is no longer available. That time we will get an error message, has no attribute. Okay, so let's comment this one and print this statement and see the output. Here we can see line number 37 we are getting empty because in line number 35 we have deleted that variable. Okay, now we, so these are the three procedures for implementing the getters and setters. Okay, now compared to getters and setters, that is a basic normal function. We can if you want to add or delay add, that time the normal getters and setters is a little bit complicated. So let's example, in the first program I will create one more variable, that is the self dot underscore underscore b is equal to 20. Similarly I will copy paste the same getter and method for variable b. I'll come here, yeah, get b b b b b. We have done. Okay, now I'm going to comment these steps and I'm just going to perform the addition operation. Okay, let's example hash addition. That time how we can able to access, that is object1 dot set a. I want to add a and b and assign back to b that time. So set b, then first I need to get, so object 1 dot get a plus object 1 dot get b. Okay, now print object 1 dot get b. Okay, now go to command prompt. In this case I am going to run the first program, demo 1. Okay, see here we can see the value is 30. So 10 plus 20 is 30. Yeah, that's cool. But you can see here how complicated to access and assign the variable or to perform the any operations. So this is not a Pythonic way to implement that one. So let's see the same functionality can, how we can able to implement in by using property function. Okay, here I will comment this one, I don't want. Okay, come, I will perform addition. Okay, here I'm going to access object 1 dot b is equal to object 1 dot a plus object 1 dot b directly. I am printing the object 1 dot b. Go to command prompt and run the program. What happened? B. Oh, line number 40. Okay, so the problem is I have not created any getters and setter method for variable b. Okay, I will copy this one again, paste, I will modify to b. Similarly here also b. Yeah, we have done. B, get b, set b, del b. Yeah, we are done. Now go to command prompt now and run the program. Yes, here we can see first thing in line number 61 I am accessing the variable b, that is, and sorry, variable a and a variable b, and I am assigning to variable b. So first I am accessing the variable a inside getter method, again variable b inside getter method b, and afterward I am setting the variable. So I am assigning, so it's calling that setting a variable, and afterward I am accessing the same variable b. So the value is 30. 10 plus 20 is 30. Let's change it to 40. Now let's again, now we are expecting 50. Yeah, we got this one. So here also we can see the way Pythonic way of accessing and setting the variable is compared to previous program, it is clear. Here you can see, and here we can see this is the easiest method. Okay, and similarly by using property decorator, so for that also we can do similar function, that is a self dot underscore b is equal to 70. Same thing. Here I'm using b, then b, here b, b. I'm replacing a with b. Remaining logic is everything is same. Here I'm going to comment all those things. Okay, now I will use the same code here. Yeah, now the value is 10 plus 70 is 80. So again go to the terminal and run the third program. Yes, here we can see inside getter method we are accessing, and again inside getter method for b, here we can, if you want, we can able to mention here inside getter method a, inside setter method a, inside method a, here is b, here is b, here is b. Again confirm. Yeah, here you can see first we are accessing the variable a inside getter method a, and again we are accessing variable b, that is inside getter method b, and afterward we are adding and assigning to variable b again. So that time we are setting the variable, so variable b, and afterward we are getting the variable a and printing the value. That's all. So this is also done, and all the programs related to our document related to this getter setter is available in this GitHub link. Thank you for watching.